Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another beer review, and always a pleasure doing this brewery. They're going to be, they will be a kind of like mainstay for this channel for sure. We're off to local Northallerton, we're off to Bayonet Brewing, and this, by the time you see this, it won't be winter, it'll be bloody spring or maybe even summer. We've got a winter stout from them. And we've got a can of their Off-Piste group from Bayonet Brewing, Winter Stout, 6.7% ABV, super smashing great. I like the little decor on it. I'll be honest, you got this big boulder going down the hill and stuff, and it's gonna have a go at this lot here. And the trees look like trees I used to see on my these trees, I'll be honest, these trees look like the trees which appeared on my world-class leaderboard on my Commodore 64, which is in the loft. It does. It does. I'm sorry, but it does. It does. But if you got Commodore 64, if you got a leaderboard, you know what I mean about. The guy with the... Anyway, show me age. This is, I bought it up on House of Ales, this one. They're selling it for £5. This was picked up from the Lost Robot before Christmas for under that. Anyway, I can't remember how much it is. He's not saying what hops are in this. But I shall read you the blurb. It says, it's that time of year, you just can't beat a great stout. So we've gone all in to bring you this full-bodied brew that's full of winter goodness. Even though you most probably see this review closer to Easter than bloody winter. So they're saying they've got orange, gingerbread, spice, all that stuff, backbone of chocolate and coffee, usual stuff. Make up for the it'll make up for the inevitable winter washout and lack of snow the UK season will bring. There you go. Well, I'll spend it in Madeira, so I wouldn't know. So let's crack it open. I've got a feeling it might burst its bolts because a lot of Bayonet beers do. And this one hasn't. A little bit. A little bit. A little bit. So let's pour it out like you do. So as you can see, it's come out the colour what it should do. If it didn't, I would have been worried. So there we go. It's always a pleasure doing Bayonet beers. Big support of Alex. You know, it's a learning curve, isn't it? You know, you do stuff, and yeah, he's done really well for himself. So looking up the light, that is jet black. Nothing coming through that. It's dense. The head is dissipating. Let's get a whiff. Straight away, you get a bitterness of coffee. Not much else. A hint of plain chocolate. It smells decent. It does smell decent, that. Slight hint of smokiness. Coffee, chocolate, smokiness. Smells nice. I'm going to go in, so cheers one and all. Chinny chin. Nice, slick mouthfeel. Lovely, slick mouthfeel. You get a hint of bitterness, sort of hoppiness on the front end. There is a slight warm gingerbread note there. And I'll say a slight hint of spice. They're not strong flavours. Not strong flavours at all, but it's there. What I like about this beer is just the mouthfeel, the way it drinks. For me, that's the winner. It's like burnt grassiness on the back end. Again. 6.7 isn't there. The only thing I can be slightly critical about is it lacks for me, as you can see what it looks like now. The flavour's all there. It slightly lacks the carbonation for me. There's not much. There's not much in carbonation. Not taken away from anything else from it, because everything else is fine. The flavours are nice. Does it feel like a winter stout? I mean, you know, describe it something as a winter stout, you think it's going to be a warming stout with, you know, ginger spice. I think the ginger is there, the spice is there, but for me personally, I think it you need to increase the quantity of it for me. I think I would like to see a stout with more ginger in, more warmthness. Because, you know, you describe something as a winter stout, you want something to warm you up. So for me, I think there should be more spice and more gingerbread in, because everything else is fine. For me, you know, everything's there. It feels like more like a stout you can have all year round, as opposed to a stout which is designated for winter. I mean, it needs a little bit more carbonation to it for me. It feels a little, for me, it feels a little bit flat. But everything else, the flavours, everything is all there. So it's still a good beer. It's still a good beer. It's just, you know, as I say all this time, you know, you're starting out, you're small brewery. You know, it's a learning curve, and you know, Alex has done exceedingly well, and you know, hope he continues to produce some different stuff over the next year. But for me, that beer just needs a bit of a kick, just needs something there to carry it forward. So, boys and girls, check out Bayonet Brewing. Great brewery, and I'll see all of you again on another beer review. Cheers, everybody. Bib bib.